Na mpenzi mtazamaji wa runinga ya NDC TV Africa, leo hii ikiwa kwamba ni makala yetu ya sauti ya uongozi katika kipindi chetu ambacho tunakuletea kila siku ya Jumamosi, na leo tunazungumza na mheshimiwa Paul Mairura ambaye ni mheshimiwa wa wadi ya Masimba katika kaunti ya Kisii, na ni mengi tu ambayo yamekuwa yakiendelea katika uongozi wa kaunti ya Kisii, lakini kila ambacho tulikuwa tunazungumza leo hii ikiwa kwamba ni mazungumzo maalum naye mheshimiwa Paul Mairura, ikiwa kwamba ni utendakazi wa kaunti ya Kisii, na kila ambacho tulikuwa tunaangazia utendakazi, namna ambavyo barabara zimekuwa zikijengwa, kazi kwa wananchi wa kawaida, na bila shaka yale yote ambayo yanamhusu mwananchi wa kawaida katika eneo hili. Jina langu ni Jeff Nyakundi na mheshimiwa tunaye hapa ni Bwana Paul Mairura. Nitakupa nafasi aweze kujieleza ili umfahamu zaidi, na kisha baadaye tutaanza mazungumzo yetu moja kwa moja. Basi mheshimiwa, karibu sana.
Asante, nashukuru.
Karibu sana NDC TV Africa. Na asante kwa kukubali wito huu ili tuweze kuzungumza mambo ambayo yanaendelea katika kaunti zetu hapa nchini na bila shaka siasa za hapa nchini. Unaweza msalimia mpenzi mtazamaji na kisha baadaye tuangazie mawili matatu kuhusiana na utendakazi wa kaunti ya Kisii. Karibu.
Asante Jeff. Kwanza nakushukuru kwa kunitafutia nafasi ili niweze kuingia hapa ni chape gumzo kidogo.
Aha.
Lakini haukuniambia kwamba nitakuja kuongea Kiswahili. Kiswahili kidogo ni lugha inatatanisha kidogo watu wengi. Sababu hiyo inakanga lugha ya salamu tu. Lakini kwa mambo ya kiofisi kama haya, nadhani kwamba mimi napenda kuongea lugha ya Kimombo.
Tutachanganya zote hizo.
Kwa kuanzia mimi ni Boss Mairura ambaye ni mwakilishi ward wa Masimba ambayo iko katika eneo bunge la Nyaribari Masaba. Na ni vizuri kwamba niseme pia mimi ni mbunge mtarajiwa wa eneo bunge la Nyaribari Masaba kuanzia mwaka wa 2027. Kwamba nitakuwa ninawania na kushinda
ndio
kiti cha ubunge wa Nyaribari Masaba. Mimi ni baba wa vijana wanne na mimi ni Mkristo na pia mimi ni mwanabiashara.
Pale umetaja kwamba unatarajia kuwania, unatarajia kusimama kiti cha ubunge katika eneo bunge ambalo unalitoka. Kazi hii ya kuwakilisha wananchi katika wadi imekuwa kidogo ama
kulingana na zile ndoto nilikuwa nazo? Ni hakika kwamba ifikiapo mwaka wa 2027
ndio
nitakuwa nimekamilisha yale maneno ambayo nilikuwa na tarajia kufanyia watu wangu wa Masimba. Na huu ni wito wa watu wangu wa Nyaribari Masaba. Wamekubali kwamba wangetaka mimi niwe kama mwakilishi wa kuanzia mwaka wa 2027.
All right.
So that is it's not like I'm not just going to vie. I am going to vie and win. I'm very much determined. And I understand what it takes to win an election. So that is the situation.
That is the situation.
Yes.
All right. Now let's talk about the general performance of, or the way that you can be able to describe the general performance in Kisii County.
Jeff, that is a very sad question, if I have to speak so. The world need to know, and Kenya need to know that Kisii County is Kisii County is in ICU. We have a cross range of challenges.
Yes.
That the people who are on the ground can ascertain and confirm that we have a dysfunctional county. I have been at the front talking about these issues. Our health system is in ICU. Our roads are in the most pathetic condition. Our ECD system is dead. Our employees are highly demotivated. They even feel like they're no longer interested in the county jobs. We have numerous people who have resigned from the county because they don't have that morale. The leadership of the county is a regret, if I have to speak so.
Does it mean that there is nothing that has happened since 2022 when the current governor won the elections until to date?
You never say that there is nothing that has happened.
Yes.
But there are things that have not happened that are supposed to happen.
Yes.
The most urgent and the most basic, the best things that are supposed to happen.
Yes.
If the county government has not prioritized
yes.
issues to do with health, employment creation, job creation for the youth,
yeah.
ECD, which is which is the basic education that, and the forward function,
yes.
where the county government must be at the front to provide the ECD to our young kids. If the feeder roads are not motorable,
yeah.
you cannot say that we have a functioning county. It's the economy of the county. The Kisii County economy is crawling.
Yes.
It is at the worst. It's only that the governor in charge is using the Chinese, let me use that because I've done some history, the Chinese communism and the Chinese way of ruling, where you deny people information. You make sure that what the people get in the main media stream is what they are supposed to hear and they get happy. When things are at a bad or a sad state,
yes.
you make sure that information is not with the people. So the flagship projects that are supposed to happen
yeah.
in the county, like now this is an agricultural economy county, where agriculture is the backbone of this economy. What have we done as a county to utilize the agricultural products in matters to do with value addition, so that the farm of Kisii County can get the real meaning of farming?
Yes.
How many factories have we set up as a county? Even those that Governor Ongwae started, they have died. The avocado factory is no longer operational. The banana factory is no longer operational.
But currently they said that the banana factory is working and they are making juice, of course, wine and banana crepes.
That is Governor Rati's business. Tell me how many people are importing banana, are bringing or selling banana to that factory from your village. When we are introducing agricultural-based factories or industries, yes. we are not just doing them for our own stomach. And I'm hearing from you that it is working. To me, I know it is not working. I know the European people came, they packed and went, because the environment was not favorable. When we want to introduce banana-based factory, for example, we are not doing it so that we the leaders benefit. Tunataka tuweke hizo kampuni ndio watu wanunue matoke yetu kutoka shambani, mashamba ya wananchi wa Kisii, ndio wale wananchi waweze kupata pesa nao kwa mfuko. We don't have such a system working in Kisii. The avocados here, watu wanatoka kwa Wakikuyu huko Kiambu wanakuja kununua avocado na shilingi 10 hapa. Instead of us coming up with like 1, 2, 3 factories, ndio watu wetu walete wauze hapo wapate pesa. That is not working. Simba Rat has not done a single flagship project that can impact the lives of the people of Kisii County.
Now, from your perspective as MCO for Masimba Ward, are you trying to say that from the side even development in the ward level and of course the entire county is not workable, and maybe you can give the positive and also the negative side of it?
It is, Jerry, I've said,
yes.
Whatever that has happened is not impacting the lives of the people. We have done a little bit of stuff. Like the allocation that a ward gets is 27 million for every financial year.
Yes.
But that has gone down for this financial 25-26. Every ward is going to receive 17 million. It matters to do with ward-based budgeting.
Yes.
Lakini sasa kama barabara tunazotengeneza. For example, I want to mention a road called Rianyaboga, Metembe, Nyagemi, Suguta Secondary. I know my people will watch this clip.
Yes.
That road, if you allow me check,
yes,
the amount of money that we allocated there was I can check here. I want to check for you, and I tell you that we are not doing good for the people of Kisii.
As you are confirming that, maybe from the county, from the ward level, you as a member of a county assembly, and of course representing the people of Masimba, what have you managed to do in terms of development in the ward level, or whenever you are working and maybe not aligning with the current regime in the county government, you cannot manage to get the maendeleo katika jamii huko?
Thank you. You know, mimi kama boss,
yes,
mimi sihitaji maendeleo kwa sababu maendeleo siweki kwa tumbo langu.
Aha.
Maendeleo ni wananchi wanahitaji maendeleo.
Aha.
Ukitengeneza barabara katika Mazimba ward, utatengenezea boss. So the narrative that Simba Arati has sold here, out here, is that if the MCA is not and actually lies that he's not working with me,
yes,
he will not get development. I don't know what is working with you when you say, when the governor says I'm not working with him. Because my roles are clear in the constitution.
Yes.
I do legislation, I do representation, and I do oversight. The oversight that Governor Arati does not want to be oversight. He doesn't want MCS to oversight him. So mimi kazi yangu ni kuleta zile project ambazo nataka zifanywe katika ward yangu. Kwa sababu sisi kama MCA we don't have any money. Sisi hatuna pesa. Haupewi pesa kama mbunge, kama mheshimiwa anapewa yule wa constituency kitu inaitwa CDF. Sisi we don't have. So wewe unaandika, mimi nataka hii barabara ifanywe, nataka hii ECD class ifanywe, mimi nataka hii hospitali ifanywe, mimi nataka hii town ipate stima, nini street light, mambo kama hayo. So I wanted to say, you asked about that am I saying that we have not done anything in Mazimba? We have done something, but I want to shock you. I want to mention this road specifically for the public court to do judgment. Who will be watching this video. Hiyo barabara inaitwa Rianyamboga, Metembe, Nyagemi, Suguta Secondary.
Yes.
4.5 million was set aside to do part of that road opening. Then the entire road was to be maintained. Maintenance means you do culverts, drainage, and you do mooring. Watu wangu wa Mazimba wanaoangalia ama watakaoangalia hii interview, they will come and confirm whether the works that the Governor Arati did there, kupitia contractor wake mmoja ambaye anapatia the entire county, if those works are worth 4.5 million. You will be shocked. The entire works cannot take even 1 million. So the value of money. Why are we stealing from the public? Why is Governor Arati stealing from the public? Because ukiweka pesa kama hiyo 4.5 million.
Yes.
You expect your barabara ilimwe vizuri. It should be opened to standard. We do bush clearing, we do the drainage, we do culverts, and we make sure we have put enough mooring on that road. Because it will again take a lot of time for the county government to come and maintain that road. Because the resources are limited.
Does it mean that once this work is being done, there is nobody who checks whether whatever was allocated for the roads maintenance and of course the road
they check under instruction. They check under
done properly. They
check under instruction. And if your MCA is compromised, he will not speak out. Me, I've spoken out. I have made a lot of I've raised a lot of concern in regard of the kind of works that have been done by the county government in Masimba. Unaweka pesa kwa mfano Ramasha Hospital. 2 million was set aside to do a maternity wing.
Yes.
You unchecked the building that was built there. When you raise this issue, what do we see around? Unatumiwa wauni. Wounds are sent to vandalize your car, to scare you.
Talking about that is now integrity and also representation and whatever is supposed to be done in the county. Does it mean that now the county assembly and the executive, some of the members of the county assembly and the executive cannot work hand in hand to ensure that they are bringing to the book people who are supposed to be liable to the work is supposed to be done in the county, in the wards?
Nobody, my brother, you need to understand this. It's the assembly that should oversight the executive.
Of course, yes.
This is the executive that does not want to be to get oversight. They don't want to be put accountable, you know. You know, you need to make the people know that in the entire county you get maybe one contractor doing almost the entire roads in the county. Have you ever asked yourself why? Why should Governor Arati sit somewhere and decide today I want to give one contractor to do the entire all the roads in across the 45 wards? Because huyu MCAs unapata mtu mwenye unaongea anatengeneza barabara kwako ama mwenye anakupigia anataka aonyeshe barabara zenye anatengeneza ni mwenye amepigia mwingine na ndiye amepigia mwingine. That tells you the scheme that it is one person doing it, kwa sababu ndio waweze kuiba pesa za wananchi. So ukisema kwamba that sisi eti hakuna venye tunaweza fanya kazi, utafanya kazi na mtu mwenye anaiba, ukimuuliza unatishiwa maisha.
Does representation being done through the that is following the constitution as it aligns everything vile ambavyo zinapaswa kufanywa, mwaso wananchi wanafanywa public participation, of course supposed to be happening, and maybe in the ward level, actually from the village level up to the ward level, maybe constituency, then to the entire county is supposed to be done, and of course give the first priority of what's supposed to be done. From what you are saying, what I'm getting is that the county is not aligning itself with the priorities matters to the common mwananchi.
The county is not satisfying the public.
And is it because POS is not working with the governor?
Let me ask you, how Jeff, if I've put a road on the budget, I've made sure that road has been given money, how am I not working with the governor? The governor has decided who to do that road. The governor decided how that road is done. Because let me tell you how they steal this money. They reduce the scope of work that is done. Kama barabara ilikuwa inawekwa moram yote wanaweka batches, so that they reduce the amount of money that is spent there, lakini ikilipwa italipwa yote ile 4.5 million yenye ilikuwa imeandikwa.
But we have seen the county governor talking about the representation through the tender notices that are being done. Actually some of them said that are being done online, where somebody goes, fills the tender, whatever forms, and then procurement is being done from what's supposed to be done.
You need to know that this is a system that is corrupt. You advertising a tender does not mean that you are transparent. That's just for logistics, just for the sake. Because if you advertise a tender, how can it end up that it is me alone mwenye nashinda hiyo tender, watu wengine wote cannot always pata hiyo tender? You know, even a crook will tell this is corruption. You have advertised a tender. How does it happen that the tenders you have advertised, everybody who wins that tender comes from Migori County sooner, to be specific? These are the issues we have raised. And then ukionekana unajua zaidi, unatumiwa wauni. I have said it and I want to repeat it. So don't use the excuse of advertisements to say that maybe you want to make it look like governor is okay. He's okay then, he gave those tenders. Why did he pay contractors who have not done good work? We have cases where the governor has paid contractors and the roads have not been done. You saw the MCF of Waitangare raising that issue. Some roads were paid, and you know paid who is in charge of the county. Every payment that is done must be approved by the county governor.
Of course.
It's the CEO. How can governor then end up paying contractors who have not done works? But I wish we could talk this in Kikisi so that I can make wananchi wasikie. Governor came here saying
yes,
he will not be paying ever.
Something that has not been done completely.
Yes, lakini now sasa tunaona maajabu ya Musa. Governor Arati ndiye analipa hewa, hata ile hewa mbaya.
Then like now of
and
course
ukiuliza unatishiwa maisha.
You have violated those things, and of course the public is aware of them. And maybe what else have you done as the member of county assembly?
We have gone to EACC. We have raised that issue with EACC.
How far is it?
EACC will not tell you how. Investigations are ongoing. EACC will not tell you how far they have gone. The investigations of EACC take time.
Okay.
Because they never want to go to court and lose a case.
All right. Let's talk about the health sector. Of course, it's something that when we were doing our introduction, you mentioned about that some of the hospitals are not working. Let's start from the current issue that happened, that the Inyangito building was named to be unworthy for the patients in there, and of course people working under it. And it's something that was done under the leadership of Governor Ngwai, if I'm not wrong. Then, and now Simba Arati took over. And the work which was done now is maybe ni kazi ambayo ni kazi mbaya, and maybe that building is supposed to be demolished and then done afresh. And of course, when we talk about it, that's misuse of maybe the common mwananchi's that is tax yenyewe inakusanywa kila wakati. And of course, they are going again to get money to rebuild it. Who is failing where? And who is not doing his work?
Mr. Jeff, I want to tell you without blinking, that is PR. That is pure public relations stance. Ile ni kipindi. Somebody is looking for a way he can do another building to make more money.
But you mentioned that the National Construction Authority was there,
let me tell you.
The research and found out that
you need to know how Kenyan thieves still. You need to know how these big fish still. I don't want to talk about it. Let me tell you what is affecting my mwananchi.
Yes.
Nchi hapa. Is KTRH what is supposed to be? Have you ever been sick? Have you gone to KTRH?
Of course, already have visited the facility.
How is it working? Thank you. Huko kwenu, mahali unatoka, I want to assume, I don't know where you come from. The level 4s, are they working? Let me tell you my brother, for example, Masimba level 4, hakuna maji. Maji yenye nimeleta hapo, ni mimi nimesukuma na mheshimiwa Dawaja Toto. Tukapata maji ya borehole. Ikaingia ikasaidia waonjo. Hakukuwa na maji kabisa. I cried kwa county government to do something, nothing was being done. Hakuna madaktari. Hakuna dawa. Under the World Health standards, a level 4 should be having an X-ray. It should be having at least not less than 2 to 3 clinical officers, a functional laboratory with a lab tech. They don't have. They don't have a lab tech. Anakuja once in a while. They have one clinical officer. You know?
And how
the wards
there
are
mwananchi being helped out because mtu anaweza kuwa mgonjwa usiku aende hospitali.
That is what we are saying. The leadership of the county has failed. Not that the governor doesn't know that hakuna madawa Masimba. And not that he doesn't know MC ana pesa ya kufanya hizo vitu. Sio mimi naweka madaktari kwa hospitali, sio mimi najenga hospitali, sio mimi naweka madawa kwa hospitali.
Is it the only hospital from your sub-county or other sub-county or actually other wards are not working out?
This is a county crisis. Our hospitals are not working. Watu hapa nje, wa mama, wazee, vijana wanalia wakienda hospitali. That's why now they have opted. Ukienda saa hii Chuni Mission Hospital unapata imejaa. Leo hivi vile naongea na wewe tumetoa mama ya Mheshimiwa Nsaga katika mochari na Mungu aweke roho yake mahali pema peponi katika Nyansiongo Mission Hospital. Why not KTRH? Why not hospitali yenye iko Nyaribari Masaba Gesusu? Mbona watu hawapelekwi hapo? Mbona watu hawapelekwi Masimba level 4? Unaenda Masimba level 4 saa hii saa 2 usiku unapata hakuna daktari. You have kuitana. I have several messages. Watu wanalia kwangu, leo tumekuja hospitali saa hii tuko na mgonjwa ana bleed, hakuna daktari. You do to the minister. It is nothing the minister can do because yeye ameweka madaktari kwa mfuko. The county government, the county leadership has failed.
Of course, what I'm getting from what you are saying is that there is a lot of understaffing in the county, that is in the
hakuna madawa,
equipment breakdown, and of course drug shortage.
Exactly. My word is there to ziko kama ni chafu. Let me tell you, there was a case, mtoto alizaliwa kwa barabara Gesusu. At this era, mwanamke anazalia njiani. There was a case, mtoto alikufa Magena, was it Magena dispensary ama I think it was Magena.
Of course it was Magena.
Yeah, because of negligence, kwa sababu hakuna madaktari, hata hao madaktari wanapata wako hapo, hakuna madawa hapo, they cannot use their money kununua zile madawa zinahitajika kufanyia wagonjwa huduma.
Recently we saw the governor launching the medical equipments and of course the medicines.
Did he tell you the CT scan he was launching is from the national government? Did he tell you? He was launching what is not his. That is a donation from the national government, which usually the national government gives when they get money from donors like World Bank. Wanaweza patia Kenyatta Hospital, hizi Moirivaro, where the hospital serves a larger region, like this serves Migori, it serves Homa Bay, it serves Nyamira. This is a serious hospital. So when the national government gets that stuff from our partners, development partners, wanapatia. I can tell you that modern CT scan machine that Simbarat launched the other day, it was for the national government. Our CT scan died almost 9 months ago. People have been sent out kufanyiwa CT scan. Walikuwa wanatumwa Oasis, sorry. Walikuwa wanatuma Oasis. And do you know how much is a CT scan? 10,000. But if it were at level 6, mtu angefanywa na pesa kidogo at least.
Does it mean that these equipments are not there completely, or they are there but they are not being upgraded?
They died. The CT scan of kids level 6 died. Level 5
so
died.
It means the whole county doesn't have a technician who can be able to work on a CT scan machine.
Can you have a date with Governor Arati and ask him those questions?
Maybe I'm asking you because
I'll be very happy to watch. No, that's
I'm
not my
asking you
mandate.
because you are the representative of the people from Masimba.
That is not my mandate. I cannot overstep. Like even me talking about level 6 is because it serves water.
All right.
I am only supposed to talk about my region, Masimba.
There was an hospital done at Kiogoro Ward, and it was launched like a month ago, where he launched the maternity wing, and of course the governor gave a proposal. Maybe it should be called Raila Amolo Odinga Hospital, that is in Kiogoro Ward. And maybe, I don't know whether you have visited the facility to see how it has been done. Maybe there is the equipment required for the patients who are coming there, of course, to get helped by the nurses and of course the doctors. I don't know whether you have gotten an opportunity to see what has been happening in that area. And of course, from what we have heard people say, and of course something that we can be able to walk into the hospital and of course confirm, yes, they are saying that the hospital is well done, and of course it received the equipment that are supposed to, but there are no enough personnel that is to work on if there is a case that is an emergency in the area. And of course, mentioning from the latest incident that happened, where there was something that happened within the Kiogoro ward, and of course somebody was seriously injured and taken to the hospital, but was not attended. He was referred to another hospital. So does it mean that you as an MCA cannot have the county governor liable by asking questions ambazo nimekuuliza, umeniambia maybe kama ni yeye naweza muuliza ata confirm kama ni ziko ama asifanyi? Does it mean that you cannot be having a session with the county, that is the MCAs, and explain to you what has been done and what has not been done, and then you ask questions?
You know, number one, about that issue, Kiogoro is not my ward, number one.
Of course, yes.
Number two, Arati is good in launching things that he doesn't even know how they started. Kiogoro, that maternity wing that he want to ride on and entice people that he knows how it started, that is a project that was started by former PS, Honorable Susan Mochachi, together with His Excellency Dr. Fred Matiang'i, when they were in government. Arati doesn't even know that thing. He alisikia kuna kitu imeisha hapa, because he's so idle, he doesn't have his projects he can launch. Akakimbia hapo, akaenda kusema itu Raila Odinga, wananchi wa Kiogoro wamekataa. So about asking whether we can have sessions with him, give me one photo where you have seen Arati having sessions with MCS. You are dealing with the most difficult man, and this is a calling that in future, and this is why I want to be a member of parliament, we need to have laws that a governor should be an administrator with an experience, known, not verbal, known experience. A governor should have a serious educational background, known to the people. Because I think we have a problem. Arati is not a team player. He doesn't engage. He knows everything. Even if you meet the ministers out here, I want you to walk to one of the ministers' office in this county, and tell me what they are doing in office. They sleep on their desks. They don't do anything. Everything is based at Motonto, at governor's home. That's where they decide what is supposed to be done, with a few click of MCAs, around 4, 5, 6, 7, and another non-official person. I don't want to mention their name because it looks too personal. The ministers sleep in office. The chief officers have nothing they are doing in office. So you don't know what you are talking about. Maybe you need to have an interview with him.
Does it mean that there is no non-office? Of course, there's no non-office where the governor can have meetings with his workers and discuss issues about the
Jeff, utauliza watu wake wa executive. Sisi tuko na ofisi ambayo inaitwa assembly. Na kazi yetu inajulikana. Tukishatengeneza budget, aracha kutengeneza budget na sisi tumsaidie kuweka zile project tunataka tupitishe. Hivi sharp we should be doing what we are doing, what we are saying. Not just doing, but doing them to the standards that are supposed to be done. Kama umeweka barabara, anajua barabara za hapa mashambani zinafaa kuwekwa mara. He should be doing those jobs how those jobs are supposed to be done.
Alright, as we move on, mtazamaji wa Ndizi TV Africa, utakuwa unazungumza nasi kupitia harafa fupi kwa nambari 21575 na bila shaka kuzungumza nasi kupitia nambari yetu ya WhatsApp 0711199890 tunapoendelea kusonga mbele na mazungumzo na Mheshimiwa Paul Mairura ambaye ni mwakilishi wadi katika wadi ya Masimba. Na tunapoendelea kusonga na muda wetu unayoyoma pale, na tuangazie masuala ya kilimo katika county ya Kisii. That is agriculture and also the county economy. Of course, we know that Kisii County, we do grow bananas, avocado and other crops. Of course, we have tea. That is one of the produce that is being produced from Kisii and other areas. That is in Kisii County. Talking about the value addition being prioritized, or still it's largely ignored. Of course, earlier on you mentioned about that, and then I want you to answer the two questions that ago. That what the county is doing to support the farmers, more so the tea growing areas, bananas, and of course we have avocados, dairy, and the coffee, and together with the value addition thing that we mentioned earlier on, though we didn't mention into details. Now, has the government done enough to ensure that the common mwananchi is getting support, more so in agriculture?
Without going too far, Jeff, the county is doing nothing. Let me just put it there. Because already tulianzia nikasema, where is the factory ya matoke? Wapi factory ya avocado? The county is doing nothing. The leadership led by governor, because I've really insisted on that, because the one is in charge, is the one who is in charge, and is the one who is to implement anything that affects mwananchi. It's like alisahau kwa nini alichaguliwa kuwa governor. Yeye mwenyewe ndiye anafaa kutoka hapa, asiende China kila wakati just for the sake. Aende Sweden, tumsikia ako Denmark, aongea na watu wa Denmark ambao wanafanya mambo ya ukulima ya mambo ya ng'ombe, maziwa. Aende Sweden, aende Israel, aende wapi? Umeisikia rati akienda USA? Umemsikia ako Sweden? Umemsikia ako UK? Umesikia ako China to China. Just doing fun things that do not affect the economy of the county.
Him going to China, is it affecting the county development issues in agriculture?
Hakuna kitu analeta kutoka China. Si ananenga kwa bibi yake. Si ni bibi yake ametoa huko. Hata hivi vitu uliona alichukua bloggers wake wameenda kusomea mambo ya ufundi. Just PI. Because the people went and workers of Veta TV and the bloggers were at. And one student leader from Kisii University.
And how is this thing done? Maybe getting the does it maybe wale wawakilishi wao hawapewi nafasi ya kuenda kijijini wachague ama
hawakufanya ile alifanya, walichagua yeye na watu wa Ita TV na bibi yake, wao ndio walichagua watu wanaenda China. Yeah.
Talking about the youth empowerment, women and the SMEs opportunities.
Kuna kitu kama hiyo in Kisii County, and that's why I feel pained, because as a county we have failed the people. Kisii County should be impacting lives. Tuko na a very good platform ya kusaidia watu mambo ya agriculture. Niambie ni how many youths you have had at Arati as employed, ama amesaidia kupitia mambo ya chamas. We had a very good credit scheme. I've never heard what he did with it. We passed a law in the assembly. Pesa ilikuwa inavaa iende kwa vijana na mama. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo, alishaharibu. So we have a problem of leadership.
And
the better the people realize to send him home in 2027, we will campaign him. Tutamtuma nyumbani. Tulete mtu ambaye anaelewa kwamba kiti cha ugavana ni kusaidia watu wa Kisii County, vijana wapate kazi, wamama wapate pesa mfukoni, mambo ya macontractor, watu wa Kisii County. The law provides 90% of the tenders should go to the locals. I can tell you, haki Mungu moja aliye mbinguni, tenda zote za Kisii zinaenda kwa watu Wajaluo. Nini Arati anafanya kupitia proxy. Here is it expose. Our contractors are suffering out here. It's very painful, but I shed tears. That's why you go out here sahi utapata watu wamefunga mahoteli, watu wamefunga maclub because there is no money circulating in the county. CBK almost kufunga hapa Kisii town because there is no money in circulation. Arati amechukua pesa zote Migori na zingine zimeenda China. That's why unamuona anaenda China after every 2 months.
Let's talk about the ward now, Masimba ward. Maybe since you came into power as the representative of Masimba ward, maybe there's some projects you have delivered and also pursuing for the ward. Maybe as much as there is a working relationship problem within the county MCAs and some of them with the current governor, some of the projects that you have delivered in your area.
Yeah, I will mention that. But finally, what I want you to remove from your mind,
yes,
kindly, is the relationship with the governor and the MCA should not make the governor incompetent. Kama mtoto ajui 1 + 1 is 2 anashinda akisema 11, huyo mtoto tu in short is a fool. Is not bright. Tangu tuingia ofisi hatukuwa na mambo ya basari.
Yes.
2022, 2023 tukajaribu tukapatiana milioni 3. 2023, 2024 tukapatiana milioni 5. 2024, 2025 tukapatiana milioni 5. Hizo basari wale watu wote wanachukua form huwa wanapata basari. I am one of the people who has said that we increase the amount of money we are giving those people from 3,000 because tunapatianga mtu 3,000 kama uko na wazazi, na kama uko na mzazi mmoja unapata 4, na kama uko na toto orphan you get 5,000. But still kuna shida kwa hizo basari kwa sababu governor mwenyewe anaekanga kitu inaitwa 10 million governors scholarship.
Yes.
But if you tell him to account how many people he has given from each ward, utashtuka. And the controller of budget and the auditor general raised a serious concern about that issue. Nimesema mambo ya basari.
Yes.
Tumejenga ECD ambazo nataka na muomba gavana akamilishe kama ECD at Mosisa, it should be completed. Kwa sababu sasa iko bado haijamalizwa. ECD at Riabiku tutesemu. ECD center at Rio Ira tesemu. ECD that was supposed to be done at Ramasha, huyo contractor Arati alipatia kazi hata jamwaga hata mchanga. Nasema Arati kwa sababu mimi sijuangi macontractor wanakuja kwangu wanatoka wapi. Huo unashtukia ukipiwa simu eti nataka kwenda Ramasha nionyeshe. Sasa unamuonyesha Ramasha iko wapi? Mtu aende afanye kazi. And then I want check whether the work has been done the way it should be done. We completed an ECD at St. Mark, Mukorogoinyo. We have done those roads that I can say they were done poorly. Hazikuwekwa moram. Tulifanya barabara kama saizi zimefika barabara kama 11. 12 since we get into office. And I have 46 roads that I'm supposed to open and maintain and make sure that they are motorable.
All right.
Tumejenga facility ya Metembe dispensary ambayo nimeweka pesa ifanywe equipment in this financial year. We have done a maternity wing at Ramasha. Tulikuwa tunafanya renovation katika dispensary ya Ramasha ya Konge. Lakini hiyo contractor ambayo walipea kazi aliachia kazi njiani. I've been following up with the department. Walisema wataterminate tender yake wapatie mtu mwingine. Mazimba tulifanya kazi kidogo ya kuimprove maternity wing, ilikuwa inanyesha mvua ndani, makateni zilikuwa madisha zilikuwa zinafanya, tiles zilikuwa zimeisha, wakafanya kidogo, lakini imepata 10 million under flagship project ya kuimprove the entire facility. Ndio iweze kuwa sawa. See, I can't mention we have done a bowl at Mosisa through Red Cross and World Bank. That bowl is complete na watu wanakunywa maji na wanafunzi wa hiyo shule.
Maybe what the people of Masimba can they expect from you maybe in the remaining term, that is actually in the remaining years before 2027?
In the remaining years, what I'm pushing is completion of those ECD centers, and we see whether we can do more. We are doing a bowl at Gekonge. Already they have done site visit. We are doing a bowl at Wenyakoni, ambayo watu wangu sasa nikiongea hata wanaweza piga kelele waniambia umeisema sana, but the truth of the matter, the first time mleka budget walitoa executive litoa hiyo budget ya borehole. Lakini sasa hii imewekwa, niko na imani sasa hakuna kutoa, sababu ikanda board based budgeting. Tuko na bowl at Riamichok I had made a promise by the time nitatoka ofisi niwe nimeacha at least one serious ball in every location. I have 3 locations. The way I've mentioned, hapo kila location iko na moja. We also intend to make sure that the roads that have a serious problem tutasukuma tuone kama zitafanywa kazi ambayo inahitajika. Na hiyo hospitali ya Masimba ifike ile kiwango ambacho inastahili kuwa kama level 4.
All right. Maybe let's talk about the last issue, then I'll give you time to maybe give your last remarks about the fuel levy that was given out to constituencies. Of course, Kisii County, we have 9 constituencies with the 45 wards, if I'm not wrong. That is the exact number of the wards that we have in Kisii County. And of course, some wards didn't get anything, including where you come from, actually where you are representing. And of course, we saw Nyaribari Masaba being given out 3,408,240 shillings, whereby if I can give the breakdown how it was given out, Kiamokama got 1,575,200 and Ichuni got 1,833,040. Of course, Masimba, Nyamasidi and Gesusu didn't get nothing.
Very unfortunate. And when we raised this issue, Jeff, some people thought that we are fighting the governor. Yesterday he put an advert confirming what we were saying. Mtu akiingia kwa Kisii County government website atapata hii advert, and they will be able to confirm that indeed Arat gave 21,840,000 shillings to Bobasi.
To Bobasi, the exact figure is 21,242,840 shillings.
Thank you. Yeah. Hivyo venye umesema. I was missing the exact figure, but it is 21 million.
Yes.
To only Bobasi constituency. A serious violation of the law under Article 201 of the Constitution. The law provides that government resources must be shared equitably, without political favorism. So it is outright. Hani Arati yako unalichi kono buyenenu.
Does it mean that maybe these areas, for example, it's not only Nyaribari, Masaba, there is other regions like Nyaribari,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Hadi nimeongea Kisii. I don't know whether you're allowed to talk Kisii.
It's okay.
No, I'm a bitter man. That's why I'm saying that. You know, when I look at that, I feel very sad. Even if you hate people, you don't do that. When you are a governor of 45 wards, like in Kisii. When you have gotten money from fuel levy, because your pesa ilikuwa ya wajumbe, members of parliament.
Yes.
But we, the county governments, went to through the governor's council, COG.
Yes.
They went to court. Tukashinda hiyo kesi. Hiyo pesa ikaachiliwa ikakuja kwa county. When you waste such amount of money, you share equally to your children. Are these children?
But
45.
maybe
there's no maybe, Jeff. Don't even defend that. No maybe.
I'm not defending, but maybe these roads, the roads in those areas have been better done.
What a lie! What a lie! That is a lie. Every ward in this county needs a road. Hakuna ward. Actually, every ward iko na shida ya barabara. Sasa hapa ni Kisii, mvua inanyesha the same. Barabara ziko the same. Mtu asikudanganya. Okay, so basi iko na shida kubwa sana kuliko Nyaribari Masaba ya mabarabara.
I'm not saying that, but is as per the allocation. It has no excuse.
It has no excuse. Yeah. That is an outright violation of the law. It shows how Arat is incompetent and how he is corrupt. Because the same Bobasi hapo kwake mali anatoka ward yake amepatiana barabara 3 to amount to about 8 million. That what he gave one ward in Bobasi, he could not even give it to the 5 wards in Nyaribari Masaba. So the people will judge. You have seen MCS speak about it from all over the affected wards. Even today we spoke about it. 2027 will come, and the people will decide whether they will give him another chance to keep doing what he's doing, or they give somebody space to start doing what is supposed to be done.
All right, maybe let's talk about the national politics a little bit, because we saw what happened in Nyamira County, where we have.
I will not talk about national politics because of other reasons.
Other reasons.
Yeah.
All right. About now your politics and of course the future outlook. Earlier on you mentioned about maybe in 2027 you will not be vying again for the Masimba Ward, kiti cha Masimba Ward as a ward administrator or the mwakilishi wa Masimba Ward pale kama MCA. You have said that you want to go higher. And why are you going higher? Maybe na watu wako maybe wanakuhitaji ufanye kazi ile ambayo haijakamilika.
Hiyo kazi yangu ya kufanyia watu nikiwa mbunge, I'll be able to serve my good people Masimba even in a better way. And it is a sound and deliberate decision I've made after serious consultation. It's a dream that is going to come true. Ndio nimesema siwendi kuwania tu, naenda kuwania na kushinda. So it is something I started talking about in 2018. I kept on telling my people, mimi ukinipatia term moja, mimi nitasonga mbele. So I'm one man who doesn't like having a losing battle. I'm a go-getter. I am going for that. Yeah.
All right. Elsewhere about the your final message to the people of Kisii County entirely who will be watching us, and of course the intentions and what you want them to get it, and of course do.
I'm urging my Kisii people to talk. Okay. Let them speak. Let them speak up for their especially their rights. Washike kura kwa wingi. In 2027 we have a mission, and our mission is to make Governor Arati one term. Tupate governor ambaye anajali maslahi ya wananchi, vijana wetu wapate kazi ambao wako wengi sana hapa nje, wamama wapate pesa mfukoni, tuweze kufungua biashara, ma contractor wapate kazi, so that to improve the economy of this county. Na ili naomba Mungu atusaidie. Asante.
Elsewhere, maybe this will be the last one. We saw what happened in the county assembly. They say that the goons got in and of course vandalized some cars to the members of the county assembly, including yourself and of course your other colleagues. Does it mean that there is no enough security within the premises of the Kisii County offices?
We have security, Jeff, and that is a very sad incident, kwamba kuna waoni wanaweza ingia katika bunge la Kisii wakiwa na nia ya kutaka kuua, because that was wale ni watu walikuwa wanataka kutua mimi, Mheshimiwa Obare na Mheshimiwa Umwamba, na walikuwa wanatafuta wengine kama Mheshimiwa wa Kiogoro, lakini wakapata kwamba hayuko. And then they realized sisi tulikuwa pia bungeni. Then they decided kudunga magari zetu miguu. And hii si ni mambo ambayo mtu hawezi kaa chini ufikirie. In the past few weeks, hao waheshimiwa ambao wamekaa attacked, the ones who have been attacked, including me, we have been very vocal talking about these corruption levels in Kisii County and the serious administrative issues that we have. So somebody sits somewhere and thinks the only way they can shut us up is either through killing us or through scaring us. But we soldier on. We are not scared. That's why you are given an opportunity to serve the people. If you can't stand for the truth, the people will chase you away when they elect next. So it is true, but about security, it is very unfortunate because those guys were in mchana. We have done a statement with the police, with the DCI. I have written to CS Interior, Murkomen, about this matter. Tomorrow I'm writing to the Inspector General of Police and the DCI. Uko Nairobi. Today it is after this afternoon today niliandikia Senator Richard Onyonga, and I also petitioned the Senate because that is not something we can take lightly. That is somebody who wanted to kill us. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa, for finding time to come and talk to us. Of course, I hope that those issues will be done and, of course, solved amicably. And as Ndizi TV Africa, we say sorry for that, but it's something that normally happens. They do say that ni siasa ambazo mnacheza. Nyinyi kama wanasiasa mnaelewa zaidi kuliko sisi wanahabari. But nichukue nafasi hii kusema asante kwa kupata nafasi kuja kuzungumza nasi, na bila shaka umezungumza na watu watakuwa wanaelewa na watakuwa wanasikiza na kupata kile ambacho tumeangazia siku ya leo, kwa kwamba ni utendakazi katika kaunti ya Kisii. Wakati mwingine tukipata nafasi tena tutakualika na waheshimiwa wenzako ili tuzungumze, tufahamu ni nani ambaye anasema ukweli na ni nani ambaye anasema uongo. Asante sana kwa kupata nafasi kuja katika Sauti ya Uongozi, na hii ni Ndizi TV Africa. Mimi jina langu ni Jeff Nyakundi, na kipindi hichi asante kwa kufuatilia, na endelea kufuatilia Ndizi TV Africa, na muendelee kuzungumza nasi kupitia mitandao yetu ya kijamii kama vile Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Ndizi TV Africa, na bila shaka kuzungumza nasi kupitia nambari yetu ya ujumbe mfupi kwa nambari 21575, na bila shaka nambari yetu ya WhatsApp kwa nambari 0711199890. Asante hadi wakati mwingine, panapo majaliwa. Kwaheri.